Hey guys, what's going on? TJ here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be getting ready the ST for Import Face Off Day tomorrow. I'm excited. Can't wait. We got some things we need to do to it. Got to change the oil, spark plugs, or check the gap on the spark plugs, remove the back seat, remove any unnecessary weight, and check the tires, and kind of just do a do-over of the whole car and find out. So let's go and get started with removing the back seat. I just got back from a trip, so we're gonna let the car cool off. Oil temps are like almost 200 degrees just from cruising around. So let's go get started with the back seat removal. First thing we're gonna need is a flathead screwdriver and also a hammer. The last time I attempted to do this, I actually had the hardest time. So we're going to get rid of this. It's hot as hell in here. This is just my work bag. And then here's the oil that I'll be using. Mobil 1 0W40, 6 quarts. And we're gonna remove the rear seat backrest. And then, so it's gonna be kind of hard to see for you guys, only just because of the camera angle. But hopefully you guys can see this. So here's the flathead. We're gonna push the seat back, and I'm not sure how well you guys can see this, but there is a clip right here. There's a metal piece. What we're gonna do is we are going to stick the flathead in there and turn it. See how that goes all the way back? The first time I tried doing this, I had the hardest time getting this to go. So I had to use a hammer to bust that open to get that to come open like your mom. So next thing, what we're gonna do is lift up on this side, and then we just pull it out. It's been a while since I actually did this. Gotta push that back more. And you gotta be careful so you don't scratch that. And you can see over here there's like a little pin. Trying to get you guys to see that. That just slides into the passenger seat like that. And then what we need to do is remove the seat belt here. And I believe this is a T50, so let's go get that. So this is indeed a T50. And pull the seatbelt out like so, and then remove the backrest. Let's go ahead and remove the other side. Other side is just going to be the same way. We're going to pull the seat down. I'm kind of excited and looking forward to this. So we'll see how it goes. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera on the top of the car. Sorry about that, guys. Then now what we can do is we can just grab our flathead again and pop this clip open like your mom, and then we'll be able to pull the seat out. Now if you guys are doing this and it's not coming out, or if it's not pushing that way towards the rear end, just take a hammer and smack the flathead. That's what I did. And we're gonna take this seat, put it over here just for the thumbnail. And we're gonna take a look at the back here. So what we can remove, we're gonna remove this. This is pretty easy peasy to do. Then this is just from corn stock. This is just my battery jumper in case I need that. Flathead can go over there. What's down here? Got my WeatherTech wind visors, torque wrench, gloves, a bunch of other shit I don't really care for. This doesn't really add any necessary weight except the torque wrench, but I'm going to torque my wheels down to 100 foot-pounds, and we should be good to go. All right, guys, so what I'm going to have to do is, obviously, I'm going to remove this piece here, because this is this is bigger than that piece is. It's wider. It's going to be more heavier. So since I can't get that seat out because the Allen bolt is stripped, or the Torx bolt is stripped, I don't really want to mess with it right now, because it's going to take a lot of time for me to get that bolt out. And then I got to source another one, and then I'm going to be one less bolt on that, and no one can sit on there. So I'm going to remove this piece, and because this is going to weigh a lot more, so we're just going to have that one. For now, it's nothing I can really do about that. And then we're going to check the plugs on the, check the gap on the plugs. So obviously this T50 is going to be too big. Let me know what you guys think it is. It's going to be a little bit smaller than that. Let's see if you guys can see that. This bolt here, if you guys know what that is down below, is where I want your answer. In the meantime, put your guess down below what you think that T size is. Alright, so for those of you that guessed, the T30 Torx bit is correct. So the last time I went was May 6th. It was my sister's birthday, believe it or not, and I ran an import face-off. The first time I ran ever in this car, full bolt-ons E30, I think was 13.7 at 102, I want to say. And the last time I was at import face-off, I kept running 14s for some reason. I don't know why, but it ended up being because I was on the wrong tune. And that happened because when I ordered my tune originally, I ordered it as a combo tune, meaning you get one tune file, but there's a few slots. Slot 1 would be my E30 mixture, slot 2 would be my 93 mixture, slot 3 would be like an anti-theft mode where the car would just crank, turn over for like 2 seconds, and then just shut off. That's perfect. Yes, I know I have to vacuum this because it's very dirty, but at least we have this portion of the seat out. Headrests are obviously going to go out. Don't want those flying around when I'm washing the car. Anyway, so because I was on the 93 tune running E30, the fastest I ever ran was a 14.0. And I was so pissed as to why I was not running any faster. Something had to have been up. So I didn't think about checking the tune. I don't know why, but that was like the second, third time it's ever happened to me. So I should have known better. So a week after the event, I went ahead and purchased a separate tune file for 93 and E30. And I've been running E30 ever since then, obviously throughout the whole summer. I run 93 in the winter. So I'm hoping, I know this is like a low 13-second car. A friend of mine has a Charger SRT8, like the 2005 year model. And, you know, I'm pretty even with him, or even, you know, a bit faster than him the last time I can recall. And he runs 13.2, 13.3s consecutively at the drag strip when he was going. And so I'm hoping to get a 13.2 today or tomorrow in the drag strip with the E30 and the slight weight reduction. In terms of the weight reduction that I'm doing, I want to say it's at least 70, 80 pounds, I want to say, of shit that I removed from this car. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Hey guys, alright, so what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna be checking the gap on the spark plugs. So here is what you're gonna be needing. You're gonna be needing a spark plug socket, and this has a pivot ball or ball joint on it just to kind of help maneuver it. This is just a 5/8 inch socket wrench or socket, and has a little plug and insert on the inside of it just to hold the spark plug pretty well. That's attached to my 1/4 inch socket wrench. And you're also going to need feeler gauges, or I like using a coin. I've always used the coin, so I don't really have any issues with that. I'm used to using this. If you're not, feeler gauges might be better off with you, but this is just a spark plug gap opener or gap coin or plug coin or something. I just call it a coin because it's the size of one. And we're also going to need a 8mm socket, deep socket. And then this is just a 3/8 inch socket wrench. This is also a 3/8 inch socket. Nothing too beefy, nothing too tiny. That's what she said, in order to get these coil packs out. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these 4 coil packs, and we do that by removing these 8mm bolts on the top. Now this one here I kind of already started to do, and this nut does not come off. So after the screw is out, we're going to pull off the coil pack, and it's best to do this to a warm engine. At least in the supplement it says, because when you do it to a hot or cold engine, it could do damage to the threads or the head. So like I mentioned earlier, this car was hot, 200 degrees of oil. Obviously time has passed and it's warm to the touch. It doesn't burn my hand. I can leave it on there for a long time. So we're gonna go ahead and stick the socket down in there, and this one we will need an extension for, as with most of them, just to make it easier. So let me go grab that extension here. This is a 6-inch extension. Did a rough measurement, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just gonna stick it down in there, and we're just gonna turn it. Now these should not be cranked down, and we're going to cause damage. Once it's loosened up, I will go ahead and remove it by hand. Then you want to be very careful with this. Plugs are a bit dark. I wish I had a borescope just to kind of see the inside of that. Cylinder 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to check the gap on these. My tuner recommends to gap them between 24 and 26 thousandths of an inch. I think I set them at 25. As you can see, these are almost at 30. The way I read this is that the very right side of the post here, the electrode I believe it is where it's going to be gapped at. So right now it's sitting at 30 thousandths. We're going to go ahead and close that up to 26. And how you close that up is you just tap it on something. You can either do the valve cover, just one little small tap, and you won't believe how much of a difference that will make. We'll go back over there and measure it again. And now this is at 27 thousandths. One more small tap, and we should be at 26 thousandths right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then what we're going to do is when we put this back in, by the way, if you pay attention to your plugs, this will tell you a lot about what's going on in the engine. And you can if you have your old set, you can kind of compare it. So I believe if it's really dark, it's too rich, and if it's like all super white, it's too lean. I think I don't really remember. I don't recall offhand correctly. Don't quote me on that. If I'm incorrect or correct, please let me know down below. The comments, I would appreciate it. So these look a bit dark to me. So this is gapped at 26 thousandths. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in, and we're just gonna snug this very tightly, or not very tightly, very lightly. We don't want to crank it down, otherwise we're gonna you can either crack the porcelain, you can crack the threads on it, you can mess these up pretty badly. So once it's in there finger tight and you can't finger tighten it anymore, go ahead and take your wrench, and then we're just gonna snug it. It's like not even half a nugga-dugga. Put that in there. Hope you guys can see all this. I'm not really sure what the camera's doing. And then we're just gonna give it a nice tug, and then we're just gonna pop it out. And now we got 3 more to do, and it's all gonna be in the same process. So I'll check back in with you guys if I find anything, or you know, when I'm done, so then we can move on to the oil change. All right guys, see you soon. All right you guys, so I just got done draining the oil. That was just kind of a boring part. Everybody knows how to drain the oil. And put the plug back in. The new filter is installed. And for those of you that are just wondering how I do it, not that you guys really even care, but I put the oil in the oil filter first. That's just less travel time that it has to go from the oil pan through the pickup tube and all that shit down to the filter. So I just put some of that in there. Don't mind the messy bench. I still need to clean that up. So yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pour the rest of it. I thought I had my light down here. Sorry, I didn't mean to blind you guys, but the light's pretty oily. Let me just fix that. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna pour the oil in here, and we're gonna start with the rest of this 1 quart bottle. No spill challenge. What's up? We're gonna leave that in there, let it drip for a little bit. Do a little drip drip potato chip kind of thing, and we're gonna crack open the 5 liter or the 5 quart one and pour most of that in there just to check the oil levels, and then we'll see. We'll get it up to 5 quarts, and then we'll go take it from there. So I'll catch up with you guys then. So that's pretty much it, guys. Shit, I just spilled some there. Just some of the usual shit that we do in the garage. Nothing too special. 1.5 quarts. And we'll just put that on there. So, hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. By the time you guys are seeing this, I will be at Import Face Off. So I'm just going to dry this up. And hopefully, if you guys are there, please say hi to me. Or if you guys are going or have yet to go, I will be there in the morning. So that's all that in a bag of chips. We'll throw that guy on there, start her up, make sure nothing's leaking and everything's good to go. Then I'll back her out, let her sit for a bit, and then I'll come back out there and check the oil level and whether or not I need to add more. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, and or concerns, please drop them down below, and I will do my best to answer them as best I can. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later. Take it easy.